Hello there.
Okay, well, good evening and welcome everybody. This is Obi-Wan Pez for Simplex Pachinko. All you commanders out there, we are heading to Minerva to go defend the Brewer Corporation colonization efforts from pirates who are looking to steal money as, steal as much money as possible, all that good stuff. So, we're going to be working on, as per usual, knocking out some pirate ships and seeing who else is out there. Once we get there, we might go into open. We'll see how things go. Where's that last? There we go. There's like 1 or 2 moons here that eluded our scans. There we go. Alright, not even a quarter tank missing, so doing alright. Allegedly, the countdown timer said that there was still going to be an ad break, even though I took one, so I think that it's either broken or it's just gonna send you all into an ad break despite the fact that I just ran one. So we'll see how it goes. For anybody who's on the VOD or on YouTube, I'll just keep talking, so that's fine. Alright. Gonna figure out where the thing is at, right? Yeah. Gonna go into Starlay Station, maybe? Well, that's interesting. Wouldn't have thought they'd be actually attacking the station itself, or people at the station, I suppose. I mean, I guess if you can get away with hitting somebody at the station and not getting completely bonked by station security, it's probably a good payday, but still, that's pretty bold. I do know in EVE Online there was a lot of that in piracy, where people would bonk somebody else and then like have a secondary ship standing on standby to grab the actual loot drop. No, 100%. Already got that one. And I don't suppose... Yep, there it is. Nope, Jody's not actually on here, so that's too bad. Peace and Love Jody is an Elite Dangerous streamer who is often doing CG work and things like that. So she is currently not on, but that's alright. I'm not actually seeing anybody here. Okay. Oops. Nope, not that. That one. 18 is there. Let's look up the precept for the mission, just real quick. Because I must have misread it. Community goal, defend Trailblazer, engage pirates in Minerva system, and redeem bounty vouchers here. So we need to go just find pirates that are out there somewhere. Actually, it's alright. Let's exit to the main menu. Maybe it won't have launched us already. Alright, it's gonna open. Right, so they aren't actually engaging people at the station. Yep, okay. Since we are back in the loading bay, then we can go over and check out outfitting and see if they have anything for us just immediately. I wanted a turreted one here. That's alright. Replace. Oh, is it burst? Is that the problem? No, pulse. Okay. So I want a pulse laser that is turreted. Can't have the 2G. It's only a 1G. Huh. Yeah, okay. 2F turreted. That's not what I wanted. 2F gimbaled. That's what we got now. Well, that's too bad. Okay. And over on number 4, we gotta set the fire group to make sure that this is also on number 2. Right. Sciencey type stuff. I mean, I could also do that. Okay. You know what? Let's take this off, though. Take off the sciencey stuff. Just for that. Because we don't want to have it activating at the same time. It'll yell at us a lot. Right. Oh my god. Let's go there first and see what's up. Yeah, about that. Zemina you say? And an 07 to the guy in the Corsair. Nice job. Oh, there we go. Low intensity conflict zone. Yeah, not today. Okay, so if we head to the nav beacon, we might be able to see some actual action going on, or we can try and hunt down some people here. If they're wanted, like this, then we can get up behind them. Bam. FSD interdiction. Try to keep it on the bead, which increases the blue side. Okay. Okay. Interdiction complete. Interesting. Cool, cool, cool. There we go. Alright, just to check, I don't think we have, yeah. We don't have any actual ad break in no. Ad break is not working right now, that's weird. Okay. There were ships here. Oop, there we go. We'll also see if these guys are registered as pirates. If so, they also will be blown out of the water. No, but you know what? They are registered as enemies of the current superpower. So, good enough. There's one. Nope, 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 nope. Damn, they're gonna get out. Ah, well. Yep. No. The other one get out too? Yep. Oh well. Nope. Kumo Squadron, Archon Delane. Yep. Well, they are definitely going to outmatch me, so we'll just let them be and see if they just leave me alone. Probably not. That's alright. Even if we do end up dying here a lot, it'll be worth it. Hey. No, no you don't. Alright, configurable components. Ooh, that one's actually pretty nice. Alright, Got another one right here, potentially. Conductive ceramics, yeah, sure. I'll take that one too. Alright, now we go looking for another individual who is wanted. Nope. Alright, the beacon is this way, so we head back this way. Scan the nav beacon. That'll get us other information about things that are going on in system. Alright, download it. Wanted, you say? Compound shielding we'll go for. We don't really need it, but this can be traded in for other stuff of lower level if we're at all interested, or can be kept at high level stuff for more things going on later. Hello, who are you? Nope. Clean. We are in fact trying to help that person. Nothing particularly useful. Go back to the nav beacon. Look around for new people. Hey, it's John Green. And he's wanted. John, what you been doing, bud? Boop. Alright, chemical distillery we'll also take. The Alliance Challenger. Nice. Check out the shield generator. Let's go. Ah, nonsense. Alright. So the shield generator's in the front. Ugh. No, you don't. There he is. And frame shift drive. Right. Still need a little bit of power for the engines. There we go. Let's get behind him. Ooh, feisty. So this is kind of an interesting one, because this guy's actually trying to fight back. He's in a Type 7, which is not very well known for being a fighter. Oh. Okay, cool. Damn. Okay, so it looks like I caused a malfunction in his frame shift drive, and then he wasn't able to get away. Fun times. Everybody's friends here. Cool. And now we can zip off to... let's go to cluster number 1. Right. And temporary boost to shields. Pookie, you say? Oh, he's a Grom. Scorpio. Nice. Okay, so he's also with me. Oops. That's not what I wanted. It's really not what I wanted. We are so far away, and yet it's like it's traveling ridiculously fast. I don't even know what to do with that. The marker was not right. Alright, let's go that way. No. Buddy, no. I'm not traveling that fast. just not traveling that fast. Alright, here we go. Type 7. Antal. Fun. Oh, somebody else is shooting. And no more frame shift. Bye. Get to the underside and blow up the power plant directly. There we go. You missed him. Also wanted, though. Interesting. Buddhist. Also Archer. Also fair game. Damn. Alright, actual belt clusters this way. We need to do a little bit better in cooling everything down. Oh, proximity mines. That's why they had the armament symbol. Oh, man. Oops. Alright, retract weapons. I don't think there's anybody else home. So we'll call out to one of the... pirate activity detected, threat level 5. Good times. Alright. This is not just threat level 5 because of human players, though. This is also like... That is not what I clicked. That is not what I clicked at all. Pirate. I don't understand. That's good times. Pirate activity detected. Threat level 6. Bit different, but close. Prawn of Antal, not exactly the hardest target, but we'll take him down before we get there. This is also a Liongri target rather than a community goal target. It's fine. I do rather dislike the juddering. Hey. Okay, well, apparently that is not where the frameshift drive console is. Or at the module. There we go. Oops. It's all good. Alright, Hootis. Are you also unfriendly? Vilmos Angel Horvath. Archon, nice. We'll attack power plant directly. Ooh, cannon. And try to drop cargo? I mean, dropping cargo is not going to save you from me. Contraband package. Okay. So I believe those have absolutely no bearing on anything, and I can't pick them up anyway because I don't have room for it. But if anybody is enjoying what you see, we got a YouTube channel at Obi-Wan Pez for gaming stuff, so more Elite Dangerous, as well as many other games. We have just finished a little indie game called The Swapper, which is all about being able to swap your consciousness into a different body using a particular little device, and then the consequences of that. We were living on, or not really, we were working on to try to fix everything, Theseus Station. If anybody knows the wonderful thought experiment of Ship of Theseus. Oh dear. Yeah, that was part of that. Or it was, they leaned very heavily into it. And at Simplex Pachinko 6542, or if you just search N Simplex Pachinko, we have our math content. So we do a bunch of teaching of mathematical concepts and also other cool stuff. No faction. Interesting. Who's this? Values Party. Okay. So there's actually nobody. Whoa. Anaconda. There we go. Do. How critical are we talking? 80. We're still good. Come on. Let's get that. Come around, come around. Come on. Whoop. Alright, that's not particularly helpful that you're parking right in front of that. Just a field of yellow. Nobody wants to engage. Who's this? There we go. Anybody else? Nope. $90, man. Do. Boo. What kind of malfunction are we talking about? Boo. We're right. %. There we go, much better. Woo! Well, these anacondas are getting out of here because they know what's coming. Guy who's got no qualms and dying out here. And every single one of these guys is just like not even bothering. They're just winging up. I mean, they're not winging up, they're just... caustic. That's interesting. How much we got left on frag cannons? Not much. 8. Yeah. There we go. We're out. Alright, where are we? Tornecki is close. That's at least got stuff to patch us up. Oh no, we might need... we might actually need caustic sinks. Well, that is just sad. Okay, there you go. Which may also just be because it burned through everything in the ship, but, you know, that's fine. Zero 05, roger. Ooh. Come on, there we go. Okay, so we do have to pay a fee because we blew somebody up coming out of the other place. You know, it wasn't that bad. No, okay. Alright, there's our fee. And no bounties against us, so that's fine. No other fees, bounties, or combat bonds anywhere else in the galaxy. Just out of curiosity, let's throw that out there. Yep. Nowhere in range that's available, which is fine. I wasn't planning on doing anything. Just wanted to know. I got no spots for anything. We'll throw out what kind of missions we have. I mean... Right, and just double check, make sure we're actually getting something here. Nope. Damn. Oh, because I didn't turn it into the other place. You have to turn it into Starlace. Alright, no, that's fine. It's fine, it's fine. And then we don't have any outstanding, right? I just wasted it. Yep, definitely did. Ugh. Well, there goes the last however long. Nope. Alright, we're still all cracked up and have no ammo, so we need to, unfortunately, leave and then come back again. Good news is we do have a shield. That was a mistake. Literally what we just left. Alright, if you hit somebody at over 100 meters per second, usually you get a fine for that. So let's try not to get another fine. Good news, it is just a fine, so you just have to pay it off. Unlike bounties that you need to... Yeah. Alright, try that again. Alright, repaired, reloaded before we even got entirely settled on the docking port. It's all good. Ooh, who's this? We'll get another one. It's a negative on zipping out of here. Right, later. Do we just get another level up? Yeah, we did. 60% increased exploration data sales inside of Power's territory. Nice. So very unfortunately, I suppose, I did not min-max all my crazy stuff and did not get all of the ridiculous scores that everybody else seemed to have, which is fine. I don't really care all that much, but there are people with, like, you know, level 200 scores. It's just ridiculous. Oh no. We're just gonna hope that that Pranavantal guy and I just stay out of each other's hair. He almost certainly will destroy me, but where'd the rest of those guys go? Fer de lance. Here we go. Yep. Yep. Ooh, this one's gonna be a hard-earned, I think. Oop. Alright, we may have to change our strategy and go for like the forward laser bank or something. Nah. Oops. There we go. Not at all what I intended. That's fine. Yeah, we could have done much better. But this is going to be a good proving ground to see if we can do more FA off, maybe. So if we can turn flight assist off, we should be able to, and ad break. If we could do flight assist off, we should be able to go around ships like that with a much greater accuracy and be able to pop them before they ever get a chance to even do much. Come on. Okay, do not do. We want to go straight to fines, pay that off, then go straight back out again. And now refuel, repair, and restock. Launch. Okay, still got a minute and a half on ads for Twitch. Nice. Let's go to the low intensity conflict zone, which has potentially a greater chance of seeing players, but significantly lower chance of us actually dying. Or getting bonked too hard unless it's a player. Oh, no. Never mind. This is an internal conflict. In theory, we have no horse in this race, but we'll poke our head in and see. Reputation, cordial versus neutral for us. Current system defense force is helping out Nationals of Minerva. Oh, now they've got both. Okay. Well, howdy, Zach. How's it going? We're hanging out with some Elite Dangerous and checking out what's going on in the Minerva system, which is where our on our last stream we had done a bunch of we'd done a bunch of hauling missions to bring much needed metals to the colonizing force that's going out into the unexplored reaches, or not even unexplored, but the uncolonized regions where there is literally nobody living. Literally nobody living. And checking out, delivering all of the metals to the uninhabited reaches of space. It pays very well, so we're doing that, or we were doing that. And then this week we found that they've been having some problems with player pirates, so the developers put out wanted bounties on them, and made an entire community goal that's basically clean up the trash. That's not what I want. I want the power plant, but I don't know that I'm actually going to hit them. Come on. Get in there. Alright, see if we can tag the multi-cannon. Probably not. That's alright. Alright, we scraped off both of our shields, but... What? That's just not even worth it. I think we're missing shots too, in addition. Come on, come on. There we go. Get behind him. Ugh. Alright. Pirate activity. Wanted Minerva Federal Company. Interesting. Let's go for the drive. Try and knock this guy's drive out. Oh, you're not gonna shake me that easily. Ah, crap. Maybe you will. Boo. Got him. Alright, shields down. Alright, we bonk. Try to knock him over the head a little bit. Takes him down to 11%, knocks our shields down. And we're down about 3% from where we were, so it's not that bad. Alright, there we are. Who's this? Nah, that's another FDL. We'll die if we try to take them. Python might be worth it. Generally speaking, Python is a multi-role ship, and it's usually outmoded by the Python Mark II, which is what we're flying. However, we are sitting about 0 shield and half hull, so then it becomes a reasonable fight for him. Yeah, there's nothing of value for here. You here? Yep, 100%. Which is why you should not care one bit. Yeah. It's like the one place we don't want to be is right in front of him, but for the most part, it's not actually that bad. Alright, release. Nah, I don't think we're gonna make it. No. Alright. That's too bad. Duck out to the Torniki station. Okay, so we're a little outmatched by Python Mark 1s when we have, you know, nil left. Ah, well. Well, anyway, how are y'all doing? Oops. We could have also outfit a bit better, but I'm just still using my like shield melter combo, which, you know, works fine most of the time. Oops. Oh. 90 kilometers, yeah, that's... Alright, we're circling this and not actually doing anything here. There we go. Alright, tower coming in for a hot landing. Oop, too hot. Right, and relaunch. Oh. So we were in violation of the no fire zone and get a minor fine, but at the same time we also get 111 merits for blowing up an enemy of the state. So, you know, mixed messages. Hi, who are you? you're clean. You, on the other hand... Yup. Okay. So now we go back. Really? Okay, you're clean. We've only got 8 minutes to land, so... Hey, he was taking up more than his fair share. Just saying. Okay, so we go like this. We go back to the starport services. We go over to the contact section and we pay an administrative contact fine of 600 credits for violating multiple multiple instances of violating the no fire zone. Which is basically 7 kilometers everywhere along this, or outside of this station. This is fine. Not that way. There. Alright. We need pirate activity. Suppose I am lucky that Eralm is not here. So Eralm is an Elite Dangerous streamer and also a military veteran who has been engaged in fighting for the pirates. So she would most likely be here fighting with the mob of Minerva, who's this group here, against people like me. Alright, we need to... Sure, why not? Ooh, nice. So I only have to sort of look at what I'm firing at. If I hit anybody who's behind the actual target, I can get yelled at, but it's not in theory too bad. Oh, shield hardener. There we go. This is fine. No. Come on. There we go. No. That's it. Ugh. Right, so the other way to do this is to have flight assist off, which is quite possibly a terrible idea, but nonetheless. And the idea there is that you're basically playing the game Asteroid. Where all of your forces end up you end up using your forces to figure out the paths and things like that in your movement. It's a much more faithful representation of what actually happened or would happen in a space battle. Not to say it's easy. But a lot of people do see... You know what? Let's go to the other station for a minute. Starlace. We'll hand in our bounty vouchers. Finished! Well, thank you for the bits. How are you doing? What are you up to? Ugh, come on. Come on, there we go. Boost up to about 300 light seconds per second. 300 C. And we'll figure out, is that anybody we know? Doesn't look like it, but they appear to be on Arissa's side, so that's not good for us. Doesn't appear to be coming after us, so we'll go past this again. Damn it. This is fine. Okay. Negative tower, the pattern is full. Whoop. So close. Another 86,000 that we have to pay for damaging our ship, but made back quite a bit, so at least good on that one. Let's see, we've still got 25 minutes until next ads run. Let's run, right, combat bonds? No. Bounty vouchers. 3.5 million. No fines. Don't have to hand ourselves in for anything. That's good. And same for long distance stuff. Cool. And we look at community goals. How we doing? We just handed in 3.54 million. Okay. So our tier contribution is going to creep above tier 1, and that's going to allow everybody to get rewards at the end of the next week, 2 weeks. Pilots who register at least one contribution will receive a metallic blue Brewer decal, a 2B railgun, pre-engineered with long range and high capacity modifications, plus feedback cascade effect. Now, I don't actually know what the feedback cascade effect is, but we do have that here. Experimental effects. Feedback cascade. On railguns. Rail slug energy charge mechanism designed to interfere with shield cell operation. Strikes to a target deploying a shield cell will damage the shield cell bank and reduce shield restoration. So there's feedback, that makes sense, at the cost of reduced damage from smaller rounds. So, target shield cell disrupted, it deals damage directly to the shield cell, rather than, well, possibly in addition to the shield itself. Minus 20% damage, but that 80% goes straight into the module, which can knock it out pretty quickly. And then a minus 40% thermal load. So the railgun ends up generating 40% less heat in doing all of this. Which, sure, of course it does. Let's see. If at least Tier 3 is reached, all pilots will receive one additional railgun of the same. Campaign begins today. To earn credits, to earn rewards, you must sign up as an active participant and hand in bounty vouchers at Starlay Station. So, cool. For a grand total of global contribution, 24 billion credits. And we have put in our 3.5 million. Oh, man. And in addition, we still have 2 more weeks for selling aluminum, CMM composites, steel, and titanium to this station as well. So we can keep bringing those goods in here. We have collected 8,888 units for a grand total of 734.5 million units across all pilots. We currently are in the top 75% of all commanders because I gave up. We are going to get 162 million credits in addition to the global rewards, which are one each of Class 5 and 6 cargo racks, pre-engineered with increased cargo capacity. This has never been done, right? The cargo racks have never been engineered. So this is a new thing. I suspect we're getting cargo capacity unlocked as far as like something that we all can research as of like next week, hopefully. Well, okay, it doesn't end for another 2 weeks. Red metallic brewer decal. Credits, depending on tier success, that's that one there. Pilots in the top 75% receive an additional set of Class 5 and 6 cargo racks. So we do probably have to go back and deliver at least a few more here in order to remain in the top 75%. Still, we got 2 weeks, so I'm not terribly worried about it as long as we actually do something. Universal cartographics, we don't have anything that we can submit here. Okay. Interesting. And for anybody who hasn't seen it, this is the world in which we live. We have Minerva is the current location where we're operating out of. If we zoom out a bit here, we can see Tashader Sector BG-O A6-0 is our system where we are building stuff to try and where we are trying to build up settlements across the entire system. So far, we have a number of locations that have been built and a number that are currently in progress. We have to bring a whole bunch of aluminum, steel, titanium to all of these locations, or most of them, in order to complete them, in order to exploit the resources in this particular sector. Archimedes Crucible is a foundry, and it also has 2 constructions that are available elsewhere on the planet. So if we construct two additional settlements or number of other things, we can increase the development or the population or the wealth of the system, as well as a number of other factors. So there's other stuff we could do. If we zoom out here, Brennan Gateway is I think, industrial station, where as soon as this is actually finished, so we have to bring in 5,000 each of steel and titanium, this is going to be able to pull stuff from the planet and then sell it at this location, and it's going to help like boost the market, basically. We also have installations like Shannon's Bell. This is named after Claude Shannon, who worked at Bell Labs. So this is a communications relay, which then allows certain other objects to be built in the system. We have here Fibonacci Beacon, which is a bio, I think. Yes. Agricultural station in orbit, which basically it's growing food. Here we have MC Taylor Memorial. MC Taylor was a biologist mathematician who helped develop a bunch of like better, I think it was better greenhouse methods. I need to look that up again. Better agricultural methods for the modern era, which increases the standard of living a huge amount in the system overall, and then allows for a small initial and max population increase. If we want to go to any of these particular locations and then likewise build something, let's see, here we have, this is Good Prospect. Yeah, I still don't know what this one's going to be. Emergency power cells. I really need to put down, like, what these things are going to have, or, like, what affiliation they're going to have. Yeah, currently it's a colony system, so it doesn't do anything, really. I don't think that doing, like, market is going to actually help something that's in progress. I mean, none of these will. Battle weapons, combat stabilizers, steel titanium. Again, if we just go to any one of these and look it up, usually we... Yeah. Alright, anyway. So, we'll be getting into a bunch of this stuff. If we want to build something on a planet, we actually have to go to, like, that planet. And then, go to that planet. Go down to the, go down to the surface of the planet. Plan out what is going to be in whatever location it is that we're landing, or not landing as the case may be, and then try to figure out if there's a good synergistic sort of object to be built there. Coffee's running out. Yeah, I already ran out. Research biosettlement needs to be put down before we do any of these. These are scientific installations. Oh, here we go. Right. So, if we select a location that has a high-tech laboratory on the planet, then the market links with this particular thing. This facility will not receive economy links because this is an installation, not a colony. So if we were to go back here and do like a starport outpost, scientific outpost, right, then our oh really? Yeah, Banneker Laboratories high-tech is going to be a strong market link. And we get a high-tech market link here again, which should be really good. So this would be, again, building a outpost in orbit, which would then have a strong market link because it is a scientific outpost. We have a scientific settlement down on the planet. So we can actually, let's just build construction there. So this is planning another, or placing another, oh no. Oh no. Don't do that. Okay. It's just going to take a while. It might crash the game. That's fine. Hey, there we go. There it is. And we want... You like the taste of coffee with a thin bit of creamer? There was somebody, I can't remember who it was, they were going off on how everybody, like, no, you don't like the taste of coffee. You like, you know, you like the, what you want is a coffee milkshake. I was like, that is so true of so many people. You know what? Yeah, let's just... so we're going to head back and then do a couple of... a couple of runs of our Panther 2. Its name, Felis Tigris. Thought was very appropriate. Ooh. Cobra Mark 5, very nice. Lovini Duval. Who's the second one? Oop. Bonk. Really? Cobra Mark 5. Another Duval. Interest. Ah, okay, so they're in a team. That's actually not that surprising. This ship is far too large for this, but if you get a small ship, you can actually fit very nicely inside of this. Inside of this gantry. Alright, we're gonna get out of here before we blow up. 24% shields. So you can fit very nicely inside the little gantry area, and then you do a run all the way around the icosahedron. I guess technically it's not an icosahedron, but it's close. It's a raiding party! Hey Don, how's it going? Good evening and welcome everybody. My name is Obi-Wan Pez. This is N-Simplex Pachinko. We're doing some Elite Dangerous tonight. Hanging out in Minerva. Our Python Mark II, which is our combat ship. Oh, you know what? We're on the wrong... There we go. Alright, we are fully scanned on that one. Which is our combat ship. Has been doing very nicely tonight. We got a few million credits and ran some... Ooh, ran some... we're chasing these guys. Combat missions. Here we're gonna go get them. Got it. So the minigame here is basically keep them in the blue zone. When the red line runs out and the blue line fills up, we have successfully interdicted their frame shift drive, which is a faster than light engine. Really? Disappointing. Boop. Alright, we're going a little hard. We could probably ease off a little bit. Alright, 13% hull. Ah, 2? It's ridiculous. Alright. No, 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 no. You don't get to run. You either. You know what you did. Ah! Okay, so it didn't tell me that the guy had engaged his frameshift drive and then was bugging out. That's too bad. Oh well. Alright, so we're gonna throw all of our... at the bottom right-hand corner we have the pip system, which then allows us to reallocate our... the power plant. What's the... reallocate our energy that's being produced in the power plant. So we have a energy distributor, power distributor here, which then sends the power to which system we want. So our sys system is all of our stuff that you see on the far left-hand side there, our heat sinks, ECM, and chaff, as well as our shields. So we're going to put all the power into the sys system in order to boost our shield regen, which is not a big deal at the moment, but you know. We have engines at the front, which allow us to go faster, be more maneuverable, and then we have weapons, which naturally just blow things out of the sky. So we're going to stow, and then we are heading back to our fleet carrier. So we're going to go here. Did I really not plot a route? That's ridiculous. I most certainly did. Alright, we're plotting a route to our fleet carrier. Alright, so we have a fleet carrier. It is a somewhat endgame sort of thing for a lot of people in Elite Dangerous. It allows you to carry your ships. It also allows you to carry other people and hop around the galaxy. And when I say galaxy, well, let me just show you the map here in a second. If nobody's ever seen it before. The way I fly may very well make somebody sick. I apologize. So, we are here in the Tashater sector, BG-0, A6-0. Not at all confusing. And we are currently something like 50 light years anti-Zorth from the Sol system, where Earth is. And yes, this is an actual, or at least the most of the star systems in here are actually real. Stuff like LHS 1442, you can see just, again, anti-Zorth of where we are, is an actual star system. The one you see in the background, called Hi Ho, is not an actual star system, I don't believe. However, it was in the original Elite game back in 1984. So, you know what? I should probably look that up. No, 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 don't do that. Why did you do that? Boo. Okay. Control T, there we go. Yeah, no. um, so there is a list of Chinese star systems. Oops, nope, nope, nope. Not add a new tab. I want to search this page. Yeah. Hi-Ho is not, in fact, a Chinese star system. However, Haishan is sea and mountain. Interesting. Right. So anyway. As we go out, like 84 Ceti is a real star system. And a number of other ones in here are. But like Witch Hall is not. It was made for the game specifically. There are a number of places that are real. I believe Lawson is. And they may also just be like change names. Sirius, obviously, real star system. And if we go to realistic mode, we can see what the actual colors of all of the stars are that are out there with their appropriate luminosity. And yeah, appropriate luminosity, star class, and the HIP and HD catalog numbers. So if you want to go look up these particular stars, you can, in fact, look up that one. Again, Minerva, yeah, okay, has stuff. Ah. So LFT163 is the Gliese catalog NN 3113. And I want to find one that's not real. Okay. So there. Veleti was in the original Elite game, 1984, and is not a real star because it's not in a catalog anywhere. So you can see that there's no catalog number. So that's going to be how you would know if it's a real star or not inside of Elite. So Sol is here. At this point in time, in the year 3311, we have a population of 18.3 billion people, and that is spread across the whole solar system. So here in Elite Dangerous 3311, we see that we have Abraham Lincoln station, which is sitting around Earth. We have Venus, Mercury, Mars, the asteroid belt, Jupiter, with at least 4 of its moons being occupied or settled around Columbus station. Saturn, again, a few moons have been colonized. Uranus, Neptune, interestingly enough, Triton is permit locked. I'm fairly well convinced that you can find the permit for that somewhere in this game, but the question is where. And then we have Persephone, Sedna, and a bunch of the other dwarf planets that are out there in the solar system. So you can actually find them. Could actually go and find them. But if we go to realistic mode, we can again see all of the various locations that we can go to in what's called the bubble. So this is the inhabited region of this game. And if we want to, say, explore somewhere, we could find a star system, just kind of pick one at random and be like, I want to go there. This is 1,000, almost 1,100 light years from Earth. Rego, CR-V, C18-0. And, yeah, not a real one, but K-class star, orange-yellow. and nobody's there at the moment. And if we keep zooming out, and keep zooming out, this is the map of the game. And yeah, I'm not actually kidding. If you were to go to Los, which is in fact a settled star system, you'll notice that there are a ridiculous number of other star systems immediately around it. That is because this entire star, or the entire galaxy, was populated with either catalog stars or stars that have been predicted by a generative, not AI, a generative piece of software written by Dr. K. Ross, who is an astrophysicist and used to work at Frontier Developments. So FDev, the people who made Elite Dangerous. She was their chief astrophysicist and designed the galaxy by using the software that she wrote, I think, or co-wrote, named Stellar Forge. So, pretty awesome. Right? We can go literally to any one of these stars if we just kind of picked this one right here. Aol Pru NG-I B12-19. There is not a route available to get there. However, if we decided that we wanted to do it, we could figure out how to take our fleet carrier, hop it along the Orion arm of our galaxy, scoop fuel along the way, off of stars, off of planets, off of ringed planets. You can mine the hydrogen you need for fuel for your fleet carrier. Or no, you need tritium. You can mine the tritium you need off of rings and then keep hopping out further and further until we eventually made it out to that particular system. So anywhere you want to go, you can get there. It's just going to take you a while. You can also get a bunch of friends to help you, and it makes the process go faster. If you wanted to go all the way out here, you could also do that. There's stars on the opposite end of the galaxy. Blue Mi-B E1, about 53,500 light years away. And any of the known objects that are here, like Barnard's Loop, this is an actual location. Oops, this is going somewhere else. Right, this is the Horsehead Nebula. Come on. Cull Sector YF-N B11-0. This whole sector is permit locked. That's interesting. Huh. I didn't know that. Hey. Also, at the Witchhead Nebula, we had a massive space battle with an alien species called the Thargoids. Fought for humanity's survival and all that, and we ended up winning, but at great loss. So there are ports which were attacked in these particular systems, and this port has been abandoned. I don't have the maps for it, but you could actually hop into that system, find find things that are in here, and then go visit, check it out, go see what's here, all that good stuff. Let's see, we are about... Nope, we just ran ads. Cool. Okay, I need to take a quick break to walk downstairs, grab some new water, because I ran myself out, and my mouth's getting dry, so we'll go get some more water, possibly another drink or snack, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Sorry, I'm not going to run ads, because that seems mean. Um, so, see you all in like 2-3 minutes. Thanks so much for coming. Okay, welcome back. I'm really hoping that battery is going to hold on this. Alright, just for some fun times here, we're going to redeem. I'm going to do it on... Oh, interesting. Oh, there we go. What do you mean new? Alright, we are going to redeem good form. So anybody who doesn't know me, my name's Obi-Wan Pez. I do mathematics on Monday, Wednesday, and games on Friday, and whatever else we feel like just about any other time. So we're doing... I know this place is a mess. I'm trying to get the kids to clean it up tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Um, on Fridays, we are currently playing Against the Storm. On Mondays, we are currently talking about Peter Liljedahl's Building Thinking Classrooms. It's a new method, well, new-ish method of teaching mathematics, primarily in K through 12, but anybody else can learn. And we're also doing Wednesdays, Cracking the GRE math test. So if anybody has any interest in taking the GRE, great news. We're, helping understand how the math works for all this stuff. It is going to take like many weeks because we're not just speed running it. We're doing like all of the theoretical stuff as well. So how do each of the individual subjects work, and each of the individual topics. We're currently on Calculus 1, and if anybody has any other questions, I will always answer math questions no matter what day it is. So feel free to pop on in and ask any questions you want. All right. So, Tai Chi warm-up. Basically, in my Tai Chi class, which my instructor's taking basically the month off, so I gotta keep the skills up. We are going to essentially let our arms swing and then just like go back and forth on our feet until buddy. My kid left out like a whole bunch of paintbrushes and stuff that are all gunked up. Okay, this is going to be fun later. We're going to let our arms basically swing under their own weight, so if I just stop moving, they're going to also stop moving. So we basically just move back and forth on our feet in order to keep them swinging. And you want to get them using the same type of movement that you would for getting your body to go higher on an actual swing. You kind of like sink your momentum down, which then allows for your arms to pick up a little bit of extra energy and go a little bit higher. They want to go slower because of friction and gravity and all that good stuff, but we're not going to let it happen. So just kind of like whip back and forth just gently and let them go a bit higher. And then we can change direction, and we can end up going sideways and doing basically the same thing. Like the other way. So all of this is meant to increase the fluid flow within your body, get the blood, lymph, and just about anything else, as well as the lubricating, is it synovial fluid that is in your joints to kind of flow through and make sure that it's got all of your joints and everything all limbered up so you're ready to do just about anything. For Tai Chi, we have several different movements that we do. So the most basic ones, typically we stand with one leg forward, and our back leg is going to be at a 45-degree angle, a little bit wider than shoulder width, give or take. And we're going to sink into the floor. So what we do is stand almost entirely on the back leg. You want to make sure that your rear end is not beyond your calf. As soon as you do that, you lose all of your balance. So you want to make sure that your rear end is, again, in front of your calf, and your hips are engaged forward. You do not want this to be like sinking your rear end back. You want to pick it up a little bit so it's right underneath you. And then with all of our weight on our back leg, we're also going to grab the floor with our front leg and pull toward us. So this is what is called double weighted. It really does make it feel like you're putting more weight on your back leg than you actually have available, because when you're just standing on your back leg, it's kind of tiring after a while. But as soon as you start pulling with the front leg as well, it does engage your quads more. So you end up doing more work by pulling on your front leg. And so you hold this for, 30 seconds to a minute when you first learn how to do this, and then eventually you get up to doing like wall sits, where you can do it for 10-20 minutes at a time. And then you want to do the same on the other side. Make sure that you keep everything nice and balanced. Make sure that you're engaging your hips. God. Always, man, always. It's always something you got to improve. Okay, so we have several movements that we do in Tai Chi. One is ward off, where basically we're bringing our arm up, and we want our front arm to kind of just touch against our opponent, and the back arm is more or less pointing into our palm. This is here mostly for frame. So it's engaging some muscles in the back and allowing us to maintain this frame. And if somebody moves, you want to be able to feel it in your arm. Because again, you're engaged with them, you're touching against their arm with your arm, and the second you feel them move, you will have trained yourself to also move with them and do all sorts of cool stuff. So ward off is essentially coming up like this. We also tend to come up on our front leg, and then again we're pulling with our back leg to pulling forward on our back leg in order to have that double weighted feeling. So the first one's ward off. The second is press. So generally what happens is we sink back, put our hands at like 90 degrees to each other, and then press like this. And then our hands come apart. And then our next move is a push. So generally we sink back onto the back leg, push forward. And what happens is you don't actually like shove with your arms. What you're actually doing is you will engage the person's body here and use your leg, lock your arms in place, and that's your push. So you are basically using your entire body weight to push somebody like that. So goes like that, and then you can also give a little bit of a shove right at the end. So ward off, press, push, and the fourth, roll back, right. So I already did it because it was already part of another one. So we have ward off. Roll back is actually like bringing all of it together. So you are engaged with a person and they start moving to try to like come at you. And basically what you're doing is you're allowing them to come through this area. So like you're turning your body a bit so that their momentum is no longer coming here. It's sort of like a parry. You allow them to move past you. So yeah, ward off, roll back, press, push are the four essentially cardinal directions of how Tai Chi works. And then from there we've got the four the other directions, not the not the cardinal directions, but you know, the secondary direct, I don't know what you call that. northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. And those are a little more aggressive and also tend to be used when you are no longer in power and you're trying to change the situation from being out of control to being in control. And when you can get control back, that's when we start doing our standard, ward off, roll back, press, and push. So the 4 that you generally do when you're out of control are called pluck. So this is a bit like an arm bar. You're going to generally step back, grab them around the wrist, and then at the upper arm here. It doesn't even have to be that. It could be, again, guiding their body as a parry down and away. So whereas onside, our parry is kind of a, roll back, we're going this way into a press. With a pluck, we're coming this way and then going into what's called a split. So here we're in a ward off, and then we have somebody attacking us. We go into a pluck, so we take their energy and move it to the side, and then do a split and give them a good smack upside the head, or fingers in the eyes, or whatever else is going to work. And then the other movements we have here are right, pluck, split, elbow, and then shoulder. So, again, pluck is when we're trying to take somebody's power here, and then we split. If somebody grabs us, then we are going to go into elbow, so we're basically like clearing their hand from our wrist. And then the other option is grabbing them around the head. That actually hurt. Right? And then doing a shoulder strike involves you coming back and then driving your weight in. Also, you want to let your arm kind of flow, because that can be a really nasty strike as well. So that's your Tai Chi lesson for the day. Uh-oh. Oh, I left my bottle opener downstairs. I think that I actually do need it. Man. So I hope everybody's having a good, where are we? Thursday night. Do math to clean up this room, right? Don't I wish it were that easy? Let me tell you, it might be easier to say either do math or clean up this room. Well, Zach, like you had, right? The with the bingo setup there, I actually did adopt some aspect of that bingo stuff, and my daughter's been pretty enthusiastic. My son, yeah, not so much. Of course he's not. Hum, 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 hum. I was hoping my Leatherman might be in here instead, but I don't think I do. Alright, well you guys get to come on a field trip then. We're gonna... Still got a half hour until ads. Yep, I do not want to use this one. As much fun as that would be. Oh, there it is. Haha. Cool. Alright, so we don't have to go downstairs after all. Let's see, we've got the cutting bottle opener. And we've got... No. Right. The actual, like, square bottle opener was broken on this before I got it. This was returned defective to my hardware store. I suspect that the person who had it, like, used it inappropriately. Not weird, but, like, did something in some way that he wasn't really supposed to and snapped right off. So it broke it, and then he returned it as defective because, yeah, it just, like, it came that way or something, you know. There's all sorts of nonsense. Man, if you have ever worked retail... There we go. Awesome. So, today we are hashtag not sponsored. I didn't check the Best Buy date on this before I opened it. It is lovely though. Best before seafront label. I do not see on the front label. Oh, yeah, there we go. 04-2025? Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. So anyway, this is Kopperberg apple cider with warming spice. It's close enough. We don't want to push it. I certainly don't want to ask companies for a sponsorship of an alcoholic drink. Now, granted, it's 3.4%, so I mean, this is not horrible, but I also don't particularly want to, like, tie myself down to needing to do an ad read for a particular company. I don't know if you guys heard, John Green reached out to Dr. Pepper and was like, no, that was wrong. Dr. Pepper reached out to John Green because Dr. Pepper heard that John Green really liked their beverage. So he was like, yeah, well, you know, I'm really interested in this. And he basically was like, I was pretty sure that I was not going to have a meeting with them, except this meeting that we were about to have. And so they did like a Zoom call or something. And he was like, or they were trying to, like, start in on, like, this is what we want for an ad read. Would you be interested in doing it? And John Green was like, yeah, not really. But what I would be interested in doing is like doing a video on whatever ridiculous topic he was researching at the time. And say, like, you know, would you like to sponsor the concept of humanity's love for the moon. And they're like, I don't think I understand. He's like, no, not like, sponsor, or they said, I don't think we can sponsor a celestial body. And he said, no, I don't want you to sponsor the moon. That would be ridiculous. I want you to sponsor humanity's love for the moon. And they're like, And then I could say at the end of my video, this video, or humanity's love for the moon was sponsored today by Dr. Pepper, and they're just like, I don't really understand. And he's like, yeah, no, you don't. It's okay. I mean, oh no. We've been drifting. I mean, good news, I throttled down before we were drifting. We're at a half tank of fuel. It's fine. Nice. Okay, so Liongri took control of this particular system. And so now, all of our work towards scanning all these other ships and whatnot is counting for merits in our system. Now, I will say the downside to this is that we're currently on, like, 0. So basically, if anybody else comes around and just goes pink like that, they're going to knock us into not being controlled by Liongri anymore, or get us dangerously close to that. The good news is, though, that now I can come out of my fleet carrier and just spam the next button, and I should be able to pick up a crap ton of people and all of their signals. Alright, we're going to go full weapons, and then we're going to pop into here and see if anybody is hanging around our fleet carrier who should not be here. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Basically, we don't like Yuri Grom, Jerome Archer, Samina Torval. Those are kind of like the 3 we really don't like. Arissa Duval-Lavini and what's her name? Pretty princess. Who's the other one? Oh, Aisling. Aisling Duval. Oh, wanted boop. What? No, come on, don't do that. Ugh. I hate it. Guys, stop committing crimes. I don't want to have to destroy you. $11? Nope, 10. Alright, clean. Okay. Landing pad, or landing gear down. Always takes a minute or so. Okay, so we repair, restock, weapons, heat sinks, all that good stuff. And then we're going to change our fleet carrier. Shipyard. Change active ship to Felis Tigris, also known as Simplex, our Panther Clipper Mark II. So this is the fancy ship. Fancy in that it's brand new. Okay, so we have a grand total of inventory space, 1,236 units. Most of the other ships that we had, the biggest ship that we had was the Type 9 hauler, which could fit a maximum of 790 tons. This one is basically 50% bigger. So bonkers. Okay. So let's just real quick take a look at what we got. We have double checking our inventory system. 328 ceramic composites. 7 CMM composites, really? Okay. You know what? We're just gonna remove that. It's fine. They don't belong here. They go somewhere else. Which might be a little bit of a pain in the rear. Well... okay. Damn it. God. Fine. No. That's alright. Okay. 7 CMM composites. We'll take those because actually we could deliver them somewhere else. Or we could deliver them as part of either the mission thing, or we can deliver them to one of our systems that we're building. And it's not exactly on the way, but it's close enough. Superconductors. This is a terrible way to do it, but we'll go this way. 105. Polymers. 607. Food cartridges. 90. Semiconductors. 57. Water purifier. 38. Fruits and vegetables. 52 tons. Okay, non-lethal weapons, 12 tons. Liquid oxygen, 2,932. Insulating membrane, 64. Computer components, 51. Copper, 391. Ceramic composite CMM, we're going to zero that out. LHS 163 and HG 7-208 are really far away, so we're not going to do anything with those today. Projeval in AG-0 requires water and polymers. Sure, why not? Water. We only require 33 tons, which is really too bad that I didn't deliver it earlier. And 235 polymers. $35. 235. Cool. We also need UEQ or HG 7-208 close. Ceramic composites, we can deliver all of them. And might as well deliver the CMMs while we're there. And food cartridges and fruits and veg. All of it. Fruits and vegetables, 52. Okay, copper, 228. Okay, computer components was just the 51. Oh, did I miss it? Yeah, I did. All 51. Tons of computer components. Insulating membranes? Yes. 64. The rest of them then. Okay. Liquid oxygen, medical diagnostic equipment we do not have. Non-lethal weapons, that's the one we need that for. So we might as well bring it. And then polymers. What did we just try to get polymers for? Projevo. Okay. Okay, so we should... 136 remaining. It's fine. Let's deliver the superconductors, because that's going to be 105. And then we'll fill the other 31 with whatever. I don't want to do water purifiers because there's only 38 tons left. You know what? Hang on. Stupid as that is. Let's return that and pick up all 38 of the water purifiers. Okay. Confirm transfer. Cargo hold max out. Okay. Now we go like this. We go back to our inventory system. And we say that we are taking out... Don't do that yet. Okay. No, that's fine. We're taking out all 328 of the ceramic composites. We are taking out... 33 water, which is just ridiculous. That leaves 1,000. 68. Is that the number that was in there before? All of the superconductors. 235 polymers out of 607 is going to be for 372. I mean, I could probably just check how much is left on the bottom. It's fine. It's ridiculous. The non-lethal weapons have all been taken out. The water purifiers have all been taken out. The insulating membranes have all been taken out. 64. Yep. Fruit and veg, food cartridges, all out. Computer components 51 have all been taken out. Copper 228 leaves 163. Okay. We have taken no liquid oxygen. Cool. Ah, right, and return the CMM. 7. Ridiculous. Alright, leaving. 163 copper. 163 copper. 2932 liquid oxygen. 372 polymers. Good, good. 57 semiconductors, 7 CMM composites, and 1068. Oops, 968 with the water. I forgot to carry the one. Whoops. Okay. Then we need to plan a route. So we want to go to A6-0, Tasher Sector, AGO A6-1, I believe is not ours. But AG-0 A6- AG-O A6-0 is ours, I believe. Yes. So we need to go to Przewalski's Pride. Hand in the water and the polymers there first before we go to the other place. Launch. All right. She certainly roars like a tiger. Alright, we only have one mode. And that is science mode. Right, we have a combat mode technically on this particular ship. However, yeah, we have none actually attached to the ship. So we're not going to have any actual weapons. Oh. There it is. Southern New Labor. Oh, man. Alright. And cut engine. Landing gear down. Full reverse. Bonk. God, 14,000 damage for that? Come on. Oh. Okay. So now we deliver 235 polymers and 33 tons of water, which does everything we have for those two things. Brings us up to 39% complete on this installation. So this is Przewalski. No more polymers and no more water. Then we need to set course for HG 7-208. 208. System map. Okay. So we put in Quimpertown. We need to go to Fourier's Pride, I believe. 512 ceramic, 3894 CMMs. Yeah, that's this one. Cool. Let's go. We're a little sluggish. Okay, there we go. We got to go through Tasher Sector VE-Q A5-0 in order to get there, which unfortunately is currently on the other side of this star. The other minor hindrance that we have in this vehicle in particular is that the window is so small. All right. All right, get around the exclusion zone. Do not let your cargo ship fly into the exclusion zone. It will almost never get out. Takes forever. Alright, also notice how much fuel I've used. The big bar is like the major amount of fuel, and the little tiny thin bar basically will deplete as you run from station to station, and then it'll like refill by taking a small chunk out of the bigger one. I think the top one is like 1 ton. So like, how many tons of fuel do you have? We have a lot. And then Yeah. So our fuel consumption at the moment is 1.9 tons per hour of just sitting out here. So if we were to just like keep running at this speed, or maybe even park. Yeah, if we were to park our ship in Super Cruise, it would still take 1.9 tons per hour of fuel, and we don't have very much. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of problems there. I think our fuel tank might be 256 tons. If I'm wrong on that one, it's 128. Nope. Doesn't say right there, but we can look it up. Okay, yep. Jeez, oops. Let's use our up thrust because that's stronger. Alright, gear down. And then we just run it along the ground there in order to stop. Alright, Fourier's Pride. Here we go. So 328 ceramic composites, 51 computer components, 228 copper, 90 food cartridges, 52 fruit and veg, 64 insulating membranes, 12 non-lethal weapons, 105 superconductors, and 38 water purifiers. So that brings our... starting from the bottom. Water purifier total to 0. Superconductors to 0. Non-lethal weapons to 0. Insulating membranes. 64 off of 325 is 261. Fruit and vegetable to 0. Fruit cartridges to 0. Copper to 0. Computer components to 0. And ceramic composite to 174. Okay. If we hand all this in, we get 2.25, 2.26 million credits and go from 0% complete to 5% complete. Ceramic composite 184. Yeah, well. Insulating membrane 261. Okay, good. Alright, 430, 495, 20, 57, 53, 92, 49, 28, 623. Cool. Okay. Now, we need to go find a place that sells all that stuff that we want. Cool, we just ran through ads. Damn it. I gotta work on that. It would not be a problem if, like, this would actually put it at the right time. But unfortunately, it does not do that. we... Okay, so if we go to... I want trading commodities to buy CMM composites. Sure, why not? Let's see, Lung. You know what, Minerva. Let's go nearest to Minerva, which is always a very dangerous prospect at this point. Large landing pads only. Price is going to be 8 hours. Okay. Umbrian landing at LHS 1044. Okay, nice. I have never been here before, so let's plot a route. And we can make that first... No, we got, yeah, 3 jumps. So LHS 17, whatever this is, LHS 113, and then LHS 1044. Excellent. Who's here? Who dat? Sugar snaps. Nice. Oh, you just came online. Awesome. Oop, right. So we gotta pump a heat sink because we're right next to a star. Gets a little warm. Go figure. Okay, Umbrian landing, 652 light seconds into the system. Alright, already done that one, cool. Let's jump away. Alright, this one's a good one. It's a decent warming flavor, you know, the warming spices and all that. There's other people in this system. I don't really want to sit around here. This is dangerous. Shoot. Ah, shoot. We tapped the... Ah. Whee! Okay, let's go that way. So we just hit the cloud that's coming off of the white dwarf star that's back there. So that did not go particularly well. Oh, okay. So we go like this. We say we want to scan this stuff. Scan these particular moons. Go there. Okay, and then we should, in theory, there it is. Umbreon landing. Nope, that was not it. Damn it. God. Navarro extractions. Okay, I did get it. Good. Whew. I was worried for a second. Okay. Currently out of range. Currently too fast. And a 1. And a 2. And a 3. And a 4. Already got it. Good. Oh, wow. Okay. Biological signs only exist in... Well, if it's tidally locked, then that's the sunny side, but it's only a particular area of the planet. That's interesting. 0.13 Gs. So we should be okay. Asterisk. How are we doing, by the way, on our thrusters? We've only got 3. Okay. Hopefully we can get that engineered up to 5 pretty soon. Because I don't like running a very heavy ship without very heavy thrusters. Mm. 987. Okay, so that's it over there. Mart Gamo. I must have fought with them during the Thargoid War. Ranch. 8,000 credits. Gotta bend that fender back into place. Okay, let's see, mission board. Throw a bunch of money in here, and then piss off the Torvals. Undermining credits. Woohoo! Okay. So CMM composites 1785 are usually right, steel, titanium. These are usually the ones with the best profits, so go with this. 7.34 million in the cargo hold. Sometimes we get a little nervous. They might be in a different system, but that's fine. It's fine, I'm just talking to myself. Engineering workshop, engines, dirty drive, thrusters, yes. Okay, so we did get, I think it was selenium, or no, we were modified consumer firmware we were out of. That was the issue. Okay. Increasing optimal multiplier. And yeah, cracked industrial firmware was the other one I think we were missing. Okay. Up to 140. Optimal multiplier, or optimal mass, is basically 2,700 tons. How heavy is this ship? Oh no. Ooh. Okay, that was because I want to find somebody who does more stuff. I don't need overcharge. I don't really need armored. I need something else. FSD. Power distributor needs to be engine focused. Got that. Cool. Engines, we just completed dirty drive. It'd be nice if we could go out and get the engines hit with dirty drive with drag drive, I think. Advanced maintenance increase. Yeah, ship integrity. 22,000 permanent damage to the hull. Cool. Please fix. Inventory. Cool, we're full. So now we want to go and go to Minerva. Starlace. I think that should be it. Right? Starlace Station. Yep. just after 2 o'clock. And then we go up. Ooh. Okay, what are the stats on our ship? Doesn't even tell us how big this ship is, just normal. I guess it does on the ground when we do like outfitting, but I thought it would tell us how heavy the ship is just normally. Cordial and cordial. Cool. Ooh. $447. Okay. We actually appear to be safe at the moment. I was almost positive every single one of those guys was going to turn on me. Especially that guy. But Commander Green Spandex. Even in an 07 you. Oh. That one, on the other hand, might actually be coming here. We're in. Please go. Oh no. Hopefully we've not crashed. Okay. What? Huh, huh, huh. Okay. That's fun. Okay, so that's also a reason why we may have to not particularly be an open. So this is what we call a bullshit. Go open a private group. And in theory, now we should be 7.5 kilometers out. Yep. 8.5. There we go. Yeah, I got it. Alright. Ooh. We want to really see the back wall inside of... There we go. We want to be able to see the back wall. Clonk. Music to my ears right there. That's pretty good. We just got a whole bunch of merits. Alrighty. So. Commodities. Sell. CMM composites. For 59,000 each, given that I bought them at about 5,900 each. Yeah, we get a profit of 66.5-ish million credits. That's one load. And 1,000, almost 1,000 merits for the Yongri. It's pretty good. Let's also go in and check our support missions. Yeah. Go throw money at the problem. Hell yeah. Right, outfitting. We also want to know if there's anything better to be able to fit on this one. Right, no hard points. Countermeasures were useful, but at the same time, like, no. Oh, I already have one of them. Throw on a wake scanner just cuz. Core internal. Do we have a better power plant? This is an 8. Oh, there you go, 8A. 96 million credits. 8B. Right, so 8D is like the stripped down version. And realistically, like, we don't... I guess we don't need it, because you look at the amount of stuff we have on this. even when it's all deployed, we're only using 19.61 megawatts out of 27. So like, eh. Engine focused power distributor with super conduits. Life support pre-engineered. Right. Nothing there. We'd have to go to a specialized location for 8As. Power plant. Lightweight alloys probably our best bet for this one. Yeah, can't get anything else right now anyway. And the only real reason that we'd want to step down is to like save weight. But yeah, like a 6C or B or A. A 6A would actually do pretty well. 271, 376 on. It's only 1 to 2 meters per second faster. 15.12 degree yaw becomes 15.04, so it's not immensely worse. 35.89 light year max. 37.16 max. That might actually matter. $10.7 million. Sure, why not? Get rid of the 8D just cause. And then 6A power plant. Do we have an engineer for power plants? Power plants and distributors. Oh, Felicity Farseer. Yep, okay. She's only got G3 thrusters. And the frame shift drive we don't need. Haratani and Kuwamaki, 256 light years away. Great. Power distributor, the Dweller. We already did that guy. So yeah, we'd have to go to Kuwamaki in order to get the power plant. Okay, so let's just see real quick. Power plant, armored, low emission, or overcharged. We've got armored and overcharged currently on. Low emission improves heat efficiency, but loses to power generation. That doesn't really bother me. Double braced, monstered, stripped down, and thermal spread. We'd want the heat efficiency one. Okay. Well, maybe we'll do that sometime. Or strip down one of our other ships and send it with that grade 6 power. Alright. Community goals. Right. We're still in top 75%. Not surprising we haven't changed place just by putting in another, 1,200 units. But nonetheless. Alright, 737 million units collected. We have done 10,000. Right. So, why don't we call it here and go say hi to somebody. Oh. Ooh. Serving Sabrina is doing an Outer Wilds reunion because she already played Outer Wilds a long time ago. I think she's baiting me to go. Oh no. Ugh, don't do that. Oh no. Okay. Let's just exit out of here because otherwise everything's going to be really choppy. Hopefully that is good enough. Alright. So I hope everybody has a good start to your weekend. We will be working on Against the Storm tomorrow night. And Twitch. Hey, Twitch. Okay. We'll be working on Against the Storm tomorrow night. And attempting to work toward the gold seal. I don't think we're going to make it on this loop. We're going to have to do another whole cycle in order to get it. Let's see. Wandable is working on Astroneer, so I think maybe we will go see him if nobody else is working on Elite or... Okay. Looks good. So let's go see Wandable. He's currently playing Astroneer, working on a base on Novus, which is the moon world, so it's really, really tiny. I gotta work on a raid call. Anyway, hope you all have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow for Against the Storm. We'll be back on probably Sunday for Satisfactory and Monday and Wednesday for Math. We'll be doing, again, Monday, Peter Liljedahl, Math Education, different method sort of thing. And Wednesday we'll be doing Cracking the GRE. On Tuesday, I believe we're going to start 9 Souls. So, should be a good, fun time. Hope to see you all there. My name's Obi-Wan Pez. This is N Simplex Pachinko. Have a good night.